I'm here with Megan, Shift Work and Play. She's one of our sponsors, and I love that because I've been able to learn a little bit more about you, and really angry that you weren't around in 2007 when I started my first business because my kids were 4 and 2 at the time. But tell me about kind of the culmination, how Shift Work and Play came about, and how things are going.
Absolutely. Well, Shift Work and Play is a family-friendly co-working space. We offer staffed play sessions for children, so parents can come in and work while their kids play. And really, it was born out of my experience as a busy professional with 2 kids, 2 young kids at home, trying to juggle the demands of a career and parenting, and getting frustrated with the fact that so often we are expected to hide one aspect of what we're doing from the other. Pretend we don't have kids while we're turning up on the Zoom call, or focus only on our children and not think about work. It's a lot of pressure, and there aren't a lot of solutions out there.
It's quite silly, actually.
It's quite silly
for companies to well, and especially like you said, kind of the pandemic, and you were trying. Everybody's trying to still do what they need to do, and not pretend that there's dogs and kids and husbands and all of that.
100%. There is no one more productive than a parent who is skilled at multitasking. I mean, we become experts at multitasking, and so to have to pretend that we're not doing that is just, I think, it doesn't make use of our full set of skills, and it doesn't benefit our employers.
Yeah. So when did you guys open?
We opened at the very end of 2021, so we're just a little bit past our first year in business now.
Okay, all right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And so tell me the perfect person who would walk in here and go, oh, God, where have you been?
So really, our ideal members are folks who are either small business owners or remote workers with young kids at home who are looking for a part-time flexible solution. We are not a full-time daycare, but we're really filling that gap that I saw in terms of those part-time flexible options. So you can come in and sign your child in for 3 hours. And come back here to our quiet adult workspaces, focus on your work, but you're still nearby. If anything comes up, you're able to go have a snack with your child. They know you're down the hall and that they're safe. And so, like I said, there's no one more productive than a parent, and particularly a parent with 3 hours of dedicated work time.
Tell me how it works. So if you obviously come in, check it out, you decide you need a workspace, and you choose whether private, locked door, or you kind of have these open coffee house style spaces. Then what, is it a long commitment? Is it month to month? How does that work?
Sure. You choose your membership option, basically, like you said, based on the type of space you want to work out of and how often you think you'll be here. And then you do sign up for a monthly membership that renews every month, similar to a gym, but we're very flexible. There is no long-term commitment. There's for our flex plans, there's just a 2-week notice period. Private offices do have a minimum term of 2 months. But other than that, we're being very flexible to support business owners.
Because things do change, I guess, here and there.
Absolutely.
And so you were even talking about you had some small companies who outgrew, right? They're here, they're getting their stuff together, and they don't need to commit to a big space until they do.
That's right. We just had a small company that had their team of 5 who were working out of our space using a team room and having group meetings in one of our meeting rooms. And then they were able to sign a lease on their first warehouse and office space. So while we were sad to see them go, we were so excited to be a part of helping kind of incubate that business and that growth. And
well, for sure, because small businesses, the one big thing a lot of people want to jump into is the office space. And then when you realize the commitment long-term wise, the lease amount and putting in that overhead, this is a great middle option from working in your house to the next step, because you still have a professional place to have meetings with clients and to have all of that sort of stuff to put the face on your business.
Absolutely, but you don't have that overhead. You don't have that long-term commitment. Exactly.
Yeah, and my first lease, I think it was 4 years was minimum. And that's a huge, huge commitment. At the time when you sign the lease, you think, oh, I can do this. It's great.
Course.
And then like 18 months in, you're like, oh my gosh, I have 3 more years or 2 more years of this. And it might not be so great. So
in that model, I am the business owner that's taken on that commitment, and our members are able to have more flexibility. We also have a couple of individual members who started here working for other employers, and they've developed and launched their own business as well here.
That's
and
awesome.
So, those are the stories that just keep me going. It's amazing.
Yeah. And, if you are remote working, there's no better place to be than around other people, just to have that kind of interaction that you might be missing on your day-to-day.
Yeah, and I think that even some research has shown that kind of hybrid model is one of the popular ways forward. So you may be working from home and appreciate that for a couple of days of the week, but then you also appreciate that time where you get to interact with other people, not be distracted by the dishes and the laundry.
Yes.
Have the professional background for your meeting, that sort of thing.
So when you sign up, let's just say I've signed up, I'm going to do the share or open space or whatever that is, and then what are the access hours? Because I noticed you have like a fob thing on the door. So how does that work?
Because we have children on site, our doors are locked at all times. So our members access the space with their key fob, and their access depends on their membership.
Okay.
So our regular weekday flex members have access between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. But our private office members and some of our other memberships have access 24/7. So folks can come on in anytime.
That's great. That's obviously, again, it is your own private space.
Exactly.
If you're paying for that, you get that access. And I will tell you guys, there are a couple of kids here in the front. It is very quiet back here, especially in the adult space.
Right.
And we're going to show you pictures of the space too, because it's beautiful, it's clean, it's modern looking. It looks great. So
thank you.
If you were going to have people here, it's much better than your dining room table, really, sometimes. So what is one thing you'd want people to know about shift work and play that they might not think about?
I think that I'd love for people to understand that we really are here to help small business owners and remote workers, and we have a special niche helping parents, but we really are open to anyone. So you don't need to use the playroom to come on in, and I'm here to help.
Yeah.
So I'm here to foster connections. I'm here to support you and find the ways that we can, make membership work for you and to connect you with our other members, and that's one of the most beautiful things. You don't just gain an office space, you gain a community.
Yeah, and that, the networking of any type of networking that you do is always beneficial, but to have somebody like you that has kind of all these relationships and you can say, oh my gosh, I know so-and-so is doing something that would really work well, that's excellent. That's an excellent thing to have. And so you guys are very conveniently located. There's plenty of parking out front, right on Northeast Street, kind of across from the little shopping center where Oscar's is. Very close to the brewery, which is very nice and convenient.
Very
couple
convenient.
of them right here. If they're, what are your plans, kind of your next step, if there are any, the goals or plans for you guys?
Now that we're in our second year of business, I'm really focusing on expanding the services and options that we offer to members. So I'm looking at adding additional play sessions to our weekly schedule and growing the number of classes and events and other opportunities that we provide to our members. We have a nice balance of programming that we've been trying out over the past year that focuses some on small business ownership and growth, and some on parenting.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so,
great.
It's a mix. It's not just your typical small business classes. We also have had therapists in here giving talks about supporting, your children through anxiety, or, a book club based on the very popular parenting book by A Good Inside by Dr. Becky Kennedy. And so it's really a mix of speaking to kind of the whole person that we have as our members.
Oh, very good. That's exciting. Right now, how many are you looking at? What is your potential for membership growth?
We were really happy to hit our goal in our first year of having 20 members in our first year. We're now grown closer to 30, and we have the potential and the capacity to double that in our second year.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So that's really good to know. So there's plenty of space here. Plenty of opportunity, and especially, I'm assuming, some people are here 1 day a week, some people are here 5, right? So,
that's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it. We have more capacity than the number of seats because folks aren't necessarily in here Monday through Friday full time.
Right. Excellent, excellent. So where can people find out more about you? Where do they need to go?
Absolutely. Our website is shiftworkandplay.com, and we are also on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram.
Awesome. Anything else you want them to know?
I would just love for people to come on in and check us out and
Yeah.
talk with me about what it is your needs are, and we'll figure out what's right for you.
Well, that's what I was going to recommend. Come, have a tour, see the place, see where it's located, and maybe this could be the next spot you work out of, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
We look forward to it.
We'll see you next time.